Three friends are on a 400-mile road trip from their university to the Grand Mesa National Forest, Colorado. But on their journey, they face incidents they can never forget. Starting from the old man they met at gas station to taking the wrong turn and hitting a deer in the woods. Their journey had thrown them only challenges. But it was just the tip of the iceberg. The incidents that happened later were no less than serving a test of true terror. Noah found an old wristwatch in the forest where their car broke. Meanwhile, Stephen got a view of a creature with fiery red eyes. In the evening, their car exploded, which they survived by sheer luck. Things weren't yet over when they finally made it to an old abandoned wooden house amidst the Colorado forest. At night, they all had some near-death experiences which left the sleepless fellows to inspect the house to its fullest. They found a hidden tunnel in the basement that opened a small dusty room in which they found a journal describing some incidents from the past 30 years ago precisely. It was mentioned that 4 people came to Grand Mesa for a tribal documentary when they lost one of their men.
Welcome to Grey World. It's not black and white, it's all grey. Here we bring you stories of horror, suspense, and thrill. Grab a seat and brace yourself for a journey into the dark and unknown. So, welcome to today's story, A Night at Grand Mesa.
They saw some blood stains on the next pages of the journal. With a setback, they continued reading. Day 3, 7th April 1974, Sunday. I am penning this down with a broken heart, but considering it to my duty to document the miserable experiences we had. I don't know if this text will fall into the right hands or not. Who may put an end to this disaster and bring justice to our lost friends. But any hopes of me handling to this proper authority is diminishing. So does our chances of survival. The day started with John calling me.
Fred, wake up. Did you see that last night?
There was sunlight coming through a hole in the cave. From the side, I would clearly see a wooden plank roof of a house. You were talking about this?
And I saw some of the tribes were going to that way to get into the house maybe. I cannot clearly see the entrance as the land took a bend there. Perhaps we have to hike a little from that side of the rock to get a clear picture.
In the meantime, Walter started picking up whatever he had back there in the cave. It wasn't much, as we left everything in the car itself.
I don't think Ted could be in the house. Had he been there, the tribes would have told us. No? Faster, boys. We have got to leave now. It's almost 15 hours, and we have no clue where he is.
We're about to leave, and then the elderly man appeared, whom we talked to last night.
Good morning, gentlemen. How was the night? It was awesome. The once-in-lifetime experience, we would say. But would have been better if we had our friend with us. But how would you find him after a night is already gone? He would have gone too far.
There was a hint of sarcasm in his voice that got me for a while. But then Walter continued.
Today we have plans to search for him in the nearby woods. If we don't see anything, we have to get back to the city and inform the sheriff. Oh, and can you tell me if you would have gone there?
Walter said, pointing to the wooden plank roof we could see.
There? No way. That is used by our members for a thing. Your friend can't get in there. What thing? You will see. You came here to shoot us, right? Then you must watch it. Perhaps I wish gentlemen would like some breakfast. You have to spend a long day in search for him. So why not have something?
Walter, I think he's right. We can't look for him all day being hungry, and hunting and cooking will take time. Let's sit with them and then we can leave. Walter replied to the elderly tribal.
Sure, man. We are already flabbergasted with the warm hospitality you offered. Can't really reject your offer. Trust me, you will never forget our welcome.
I could clearly hear a sense of sarcasm in his voice, but couldn't get it. Perhaps it was due to the old age and nothing suspicious. The other two seemed to have no problem either way. By far, it became clear that the elderly man was the leader of the tribal group. Everyone abides by his decisions without any questions. He came back with two of his men, much younger in the group, carrying dishes for our breakfast. After serving, the leader said,
You make yourself comfortable. Please accept this small gesture from us. And do give us a call if you need something. We will be nearby.
he left the room with his men. Did you guys notice that? The elderly man, I mean the leader, doesn't look like a tribal after all. His English is pretty good.
Who cares, man? Look at this smoking hot dish. I don't know what is, maybe lamb. I never know these tribes can be that good cook.
Before I could continue, he took a big bite and was celebrating the great food he had.
No, this is not lamb or deer. Sheet is better than that.
Hardly a minute passed, and Walter said,
What's this black thing in the meat? Looks like some paint.
Who cares, man? Just give it a bite. Sheet is so good.
No, wait. This is not black paint. This looks like a T. Yes, it's the letter T in English. And it looks like a tattoo.
The fuck, man? Since when animals are going for a tattoo?
This T, this font, I've seen somewhere. But where? My god, holy shit. This is Ted. This is Ted's fucking arm. He got tattooed on his right hand. What the actual fuck is happening?
He screamed. John toppled the dish and started vomiting. It was chaos everywhere.
Jesus, what the fuck? These morons, what they did with Ted, they'll pay the price. The leader, his ass is grass now.
Saying this, he started running towards the exit. Hardly he ran past the door, a sharp spear came flying and penetrated his legs. John fell down shouting in pain. He was then dragged back into the cave. With him came the tribal leader. This time he had a cruel smile on his face.
How was the breakfast, gentlemen?
You son of a bitch, you killed Ted? Ah, you cannibals?
John tried to grab an arrow and attack him back, but before he could do so, and the tribe got something blunt metallic weapon and hit him hard behind the head. This injury smashed his skull and John fell down to his death instantly. One of the tribe said,
Senor, he is of no use. He is dead.
the leader said,
I see.
and then asked him to leave using a hand gesture.
You wanted to know where your friend had gone, right? Well, you just have him. He is here with you in these dishes. Gotta say, he tasted good.
The leader said slowly, with a demonic laugh. We just couldn't speak a word out of pure terror and remained speechless. But he continued.
What options did we have? Your friend saw our ritual practices and threatened us to expose it to the world. He ran, but you see, we had to get him. And actually, we finished him last night. The bloody soup you had? What do you think it was made of? With
Then we realized why the other tribes were whispering at Dave's photo. We didn't even have the strength to put up a fight or escape,
Let's take them there.
the leader said, and we were carried on their shoulders to the wooden house we had seen before. The back entrance of the house was accessible from the cave side. They were using it to get in and out. While we were getting carried, I saw the rest of the tribal members celebrating it by raising spears or arrows above their heads and dancing in joy. Although the house was a bit old, purely wooden, but seemed alive due to the regular tribal activity. We were dumped in a room on the ground floor, and they left. After some time, another tribal man came and handed us the stuff we came here with.
The newest order is to get succeeded in this ritual. We must return all your belongings before sacrifice.
He said this and shut the door, keeping us clueless. In the afternoon, we heard them preparing for some ritual. There was enjoyment and songs everywhere beside the house. This room didn't have a window, which is why we were allotted this room only. Even if it had one, it would open at the cave side. In the evening, the leader, whom everyone is addressing as Senior, came into our room with a hurricane lamp.
You should be grateful to us. At least, you don't have to look for your dead friend now. We will not cause you much pain. Your dates are close. They are arranging necessary things for the ritual. And it's not too far. What ritual? Oh, I see we haven't introduced you to our annual execution ritual. But sadly, you can't photograph that. But you have the right to know, just like your friend did yesterday. But sadly, his body wasn't useful. But yours are. I see you two are German or Finnish. You can't deny it. Blue eyes don't lie. And then you yourself said it on the way to the cave. But why so rage against us?
Walter asked. At this point, the senior erupted like a volcano.
You killed us like ants. Didn't show us any mercy, you Nazi Germany. The only reason my family died, we're a small group of people that survived World War II Holocaust, moved to States, and hide in deep Colorado woods here. Since then, we kept hiding in the Grand Mesa, disguising ourselves as a tribe.
But why are you killing us? We didn't cause you any harm or killed your family.
You or your forefathers, I don't care, but you are the Nazi blood. Now you have to pay the price of every life we lost, with every drop of your blood because of your damn genocide.
He gasped and then continued.
My wife was already dead. I tried to escape with my 5-year-old son. He got caught. I begged to spare his life. You didn't listen. And time has come. Once in 5 years, we find people with Nazi origins for the sacrifice, only performed by a group of highly skilled men. And if we do this time of the year, our ancestor spirits who got killed get some peace.
Then he kept on talking about how they do it according to their laws their ancestors told them, and how a particular moon position is essential for the sacrifice. They had their own calendar for this kind of stuff.
Your date is close. April 9th, Tuesday, according to your calendar. Don't worry,
you will get done with your tiny, meaningless life. Before sunrise on the day, be peaceful. We'll offer you a much painless death. Just in front of this room, we have an underground chamber to lock and suffocate you to death. Just like you Nazi bastards put us in the gas chambers. Be thankful we aren't giving you slow and painful death. We could if we wanted. The guy over there guarding the door can remove every bit of your skin with a sharp knife, while keeping you alive to see it with your own eye. But we don't like it. Our forefathers wanted unharmed body, without any bloodshed. But in case you try to escape or hurt yourself and become useless, you know what happened to two of your dear friends.
At night, they served us some fruits and water. A man came and put those in front of us, shut the door, and left. Day 4, 8th April 1974, Monday. I'm writing this in the afternoon because I don't think I have much time left. But feeling this as my responsibility to undisclose what happened here, with countless innocent lives lost for some stupid cult practices. This time I woke up before Walter. He was sleeping more for depression. He completely lost any hope of survival and didn't even dare to escape because of the threats the senior delivered. He fell sick and caught high fever at night, and murmuring torn words like,
Ted, oh, Ted, oh my God, that was Ted's arm in my hand. They killed him. They'll kill me. We'll die. Nobody will find us. Can't escape.
He woke up after a while when the senior came to pay us a visit.
Good morning. Enjoy these fresh apples and also the nice spring morning, because neither of you will be able to see another sunrise. Also, you are well aware of the consequences of trying to escape, so don't even try it. You know what? There is an ongoing legend in our own religion. Whoever tries to put an obstacle in the process dies a horrific death, even if it's the person to be sacrificed. So, enjoy your short stay and live like there's no tomorrow, because there isn't one for you.
After this, the day had been pretty much dull. I'm trying to inspire Walter to hit a plan and act accordingly, to have the last shot. But he's broken. I don't know, only Almighty can save us now.
Day 5, 9th April 1974, Tuesday. What happened today was no less than an epic battle for existence. I lost everyone in this, and probably won't survive to tell the world about this myself, but still keeping it all here. At night, after we had our dinner, someone tied our hands with a strong rope, following the orders of their senior. He did it in such a way that our legs and hands are tied at our backs, totally immobilizing us. After everyone left, Walter tried to get back his lost strength. In the weak light of the kerosene lamp, he saw a sharp edge of a wooden wall and managed to untie his rope with it. The rest of the process was quick. He did mine also, and we got rid of the ropes. A ray of hope was there. It felt like even nature was trying its best to offer us a last chance to be freed from the hostage. We tried to make a strategy of escaping, but there was only one door, heavily guarded, and no secret passages. We kept our voices as low as possible, not to raise any eyebrows. The plan was, whenever someone tries to move us from here to the underground chamber, we act as if our hands are tied at our backs and go accordingly. But at the very last moment, run in the opposite direction of each other, leaving them confused and pick up any weapon on the go. So we picked up the ropes and tied ourselves back, but very loosely this time. But as we say, man proposes and God disposes. The strategy didn't work out as planned. An hour before sunrise, one of the cult members came to us. He was quite satisfied to see us tied with rope, so didn't feel any reason to inspect. The only problem was, there were more men than we thought. It seemed that all of the cult members gathered to witness the sacrifice with their own eyes. Naturally, it was impossible to run and get past everyone. When it wasn't a wide area, the chief was in a white dress and the rest of the people were in violet. They didn't have spears and arrows in their hand. Looked like the event demanded unharmed bodies. With the chief's order, we were slowly approaching the chamber. It was a wooden part embedded on the basement. One of the organization's members opened the part, and there was a staircase going deep and took a right turn. Not lying, that was the darkest room I've ever seen, as the staircase went down straight to hell. Before the execution, which they call sacrifice, the chief once again started his trash talk.
Be glad that your worthless life is getting some purpose. Your soul is going to be dedicated to our forefathers. And your destiny led you to this forest and eventually to us. It's our forest. It's our home. We rule here. Get ready to pay the price of your sins. Today you will realize who's the top of the food chain. Before we push you to the doors of hell, do you have any death wishes? Yes, I do have one. And that is, you die, bitch!
Walter bent down lightning fast, grabbed a spear, and pushed it onto the senior's chest with his full force. It went straight through his heart in seconds, causing a string of blood spitting out from his chest, splashed out on our face, and the senior's body collapsed on the floor. The sheer suddenness of the movement stunned everyone present there. Without wasting any moment, I grabbed an arrow from the nearby wall and hit hard anyone on my way. There was almost 6 cult members other than the senior. We had weapons and quickly finished most of them. Meanwhile, one of the members got hold of a spear and attacked Walter back. He also tried to bounce back and speared him within his chest. But in the attack, the cult managed to slit his throat and Walter slowly stopped responding, falling to his death. I got severely injured too, fighting with the last one of them and losing blood rapidly from my wound. I tied it with some of the clothes, but already lost enough blood. I finally made it past the house and sat underneath a tree. I know I can't make it further, and no one would come to my rescue in this forest. It's getting dark, and I am feeling weaker. It's impossible for me to go to the car and drive it all the way to the city. I'm making a symbol in this tree with my blood and already documented every bit of our journey in this diary. I am dying, but at the same moment feeling blessed that we could finally put an end to the scars by finishing every one of the cult members back there, and hope no one remains. If in the future someone gets this journal, please stay away from the scars symbol. Believe me, this thing doesn't bring any fortune. With this, I'm putting an end to my journey and waiting for the Almighty to accept me.
Hey people, that is it for today. To know what will happen with them in the present, be with us. Brace yourself for the last and final episode of A Night at Grand Mesa. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Grey World. And see you guys in the next episode. Till then, have a nice day. Bye bye.